right, it's 10:30, so let's get it going. Welcome to After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. I'm your host, the romantic funny man, Shawn Cornelius, and I got a fantastic show. I love doing the shows when I can bring people on and I can truly say are my friends, my brothers, my sisters, good people, talented people that contribute to society in a very positive way. What's happening, Greg Walker? Tonight's guest, I've known this man over 25 years, could be a few more years added on to that, but he is one of the OGs of the comedy game, one of the well known comics here in New York City and abroad. We've done so many shows together. We've had our brotherly chats together, man, and we share tips on how to continue to get ahead and to help each other out. And I think you're definitely going to enjoy because he is one of the funniest guys that I know and a true brother. So he's been on, gosh, from like I said, OG, from Showtime at the Apollo to the Def Comedy Jams to the BET Comic Views and all the other things. And he's just a good dude. And then I also know that he's got a family and he's got some opinions on love and romance. So I know that's going to be very interesting. Over there on Facebook land, what's going on to my producer, Tyreek, Mr. Kim, and my production manager, Denise. And so let's get it going. Let's not waste any more time. It's a wonderful intro. And he's sitting in the quote unquote green room waiting, which I call the black room. So let's welcome him to the show right now as he comes in. Please welcome comedian extraordinaire, entertainer. He also does a little bit of social media talk, JP Justice. What's good, brother? Yeah, I don't have enough money for those yet.
Okay, my bad, my bad.
We're gonna get that in
My
a
bad.
couple of weeks.
My bad. But I did enjoy the coffee and the robe in the green room. It was quite nice.
You're so welcome, man. You're so welcome. How you doing, man?
I can't call it, man. Thank you. What's going on with you? I'm enjoying myself.
Everything is good. Everything is good. I was looking forward to tonight, man. I appreciate you coming on in.
I say this, man. Let me say this straight up and right out the bat. I appreciate that I was one of the first, not the first, but one of the first, and during the early parts of your show, because I see everybody now with their shows, and they like 8-9 months in, and I haven't gotten a call, and now they calling me like, "Hey Jay, you want to do my show?" Oh, now because you ran out of everybody else. Okay, yeah, okay.
Nah. Listen, man. You know how we talk, and we
Yes,
real
sir.
with each other, man. When things happen, I don't even wait and waste any kind of time,
I
man.
appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
So how? Let me start here. How was your Thanksgiving holiday with your fam? How's the fam doing?
Yo, I will say this. This is the very first Thanksgiving. This is kind of weird. I don't know if y'all had this in your family, black folk, but we didn't have that much leftovers. Like, we didn't cook a lot. Like, it really wasn't a lot of leftovers. Like, the next day we was actually looking around like, yo, we got to cook. Like,
Mm. And that's strange for you because you're always cooking
mhm,
outside of
yeah,
Thanksgiving and putting your food on
yeah.
Facebook and everything. So y'all didn't
hmm
do the whole deal, no?
No, we didn't do a lot this year. My thing was, if any of my kids is over 18 and you ain't been living in this house, you ain't coming here for Thanksgiving. You go and thank wherever you was, and come. You can look at us virtually. COVID,
That's true.
COVID, brother, COVID.
Yeah. Well, again, man, thanks for coming in. We're gonna have a lot of fun in this conversation because we have fun when we're talking outside of this. I wanted to, for those that don't know you, man, like I said, I've known you over 25 years,
hmm
and you're one of the originals, one of the original cats that was doing it when I came back home in 2000, I mean 1997 to do stand up, and
Yeesh,
you
yeah,
already had your grind going.
yeah.
Tell them where you're from and tell them how long you've been doing stand up, man.
Well, I'm from here, right here, New York City. Born and raised in Harlem. Bronx is my home. Staten Island cultivated me, and been doing comedy now for 31, 32 years. 32 years. 1989 is when I started. I was like 19.
Okay, and then when you started though, you were JP Justice.
No, when I started, I was Jameek.
You
When I started, I was doing the mainstream rooms, and I was under the name Jameek. Uh, and then within 3 to 4 years, maybe 3 years, 2 to 3 years, I migrated to the urban circuit, and that's when my career just like flourished, like took the fuck off.
Yeah, you were doing a lot of those
hmm
those rooms. I remember those rooms when I came back home,
hmm
the BBQs,
All of them,
those deep rooms,
love them,
footprints,
love
yeah,
them.
peppermint lounge,
Come on, man,
all that
come
stuff. So
come on.
what made you say the day that you decided to do stand up, Jay, like this? Okay, I'm gonna do it. Not just, but yo, okay, I got this.
I've been very honest with myself and in interviews. Here's the craziest thing, Shawn. I never planned to be a comedian, bro. It was never in the plans. It was never something that I admired to be. It was never something that I wanted to be. I made people laugh all the time with things that I did and stories that I told and how I told stories. But I never said to myself, yo, I want to be a comedian. You want to know the truth? And I told you this before.
Sure.
I wanted to be a radio disc jockey. I wanted to be an on-air personality and a motivational speaker.
Okay.
I guess you add that up, that equals comedy.
Yeah, because that's what we do. All of that
Yeah.
is in the mix
Yeah.
of doing stand-up.
There you go.
Okay, all right. So in all of your years of doing it, I know you've had your ups and you had your downs.
Mhm.
What was one of your favorite places to do and one of your worst favorite places, or least favorite places to do is coming through this game?
What places that I like
As far as clubs, yeah, performance spots.
Well, I like the energy of our whole past. You know, it wasn't no particular spot. It was just that young energy that we put out when we was going around grinding. You know, it was something beautiful about not knowing where it was going to lead us. You know, just the pioneering and the being brave and just going and just doing it. You know, we didn't know if TV was going to get us or movies was going to get us or whatever was going to get us, tours. We didn't know that. We just knew, I just want to go and tell another joke. I want to go and tell another joke. So I just like that whole time era. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I used to host the Uptown Comedy Club. So that was like a great place to be. That was like a great space to be in at the time that I was in. The Uptown Comedy Club on 125th Street, ran by the Browns brothers, Kevin and Andre Brown, and of course Mama Brown. The whole Brown family. That was a great energy to be in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It was just the synergy there of creativity and newness is unmatched. You know what I'm saying? The worst place, I got to be honest with you, bro. I'm really not feeling Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Yeah,
Okay.
Connecticut to me can get stuffy. Connecticut wants to loosen up, but don't really know how. I've had great. Don't get it twisted. And God, please, if any of my family listening to this out in Connecticut, you know, my comedy family, I love you guys, but you gotta pull out tooth and nail to make Connecticut laugh. You know what I'm saying? Like they really want it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and when I say that and ask the question, so people don't get it misunderstood, not like a bad place, but maybe a bad experience. Like, you know, most people will go, "Oh, the Peppermint Lounge," because I've had such and such.
I've always had great.
It had the reputation.
It had a reputation, but I got knock on wood. You know, I've always had great sets at the Peppermint Lounge. You hear me?
Yeah.
Great sets. So
yeah. Now, where was let's talk about your first. You know, I had Rob Stapleton on early in the week, and he gave you a lot of praise. And that's cool because, you know, obviously you guys, we all come up, there's a competitiveness. There's always a competitiveness in this game, but you can still be brother. There's going to be a brotherhood. There's a brotherhood. What do you remember your first bomb?
Oh, of course.
Where was your first bomb and how did it take place, bro?
First, let me get back to this. Here's the one thing about me, Shawn. I never realized that it was competition. And because it was never something that I planned on doing, it was never something that I wanted to compete in. I'm not even a sports dude. You know, even playing basketball growing up, you know, after a while, I'm like, come on, dogs, there's only 2 points. Go ahead, get the little 2 points. I'm not going to be sitting here sweating out. So I never really looked at comedy as a competition. And I never looked at my peers as competing, but in actuality, we were.
Of course.
And I think because I didn't look at it as competition, I was blessed with a lot of things. Because competition breeds a lot of stuff, a lot of, you know, what could be negativity. And that's probably part of the reason why a lot of us veterans are old wounded animals in the business because of the competition. You know what I'm saying? But I never looked at it as competition. And I'm hurt that I was always looked upon like that. You know what I'm saying? So look, that's a whole nother topic. But my first bomb, can I just tell you about a monumental bomb? Like,
just bring it if you don't.
Yeah, because I was pretty lucky. Like when I first started, like I said, I was on the mainstream circuit. So I didn't really, you don't really suffer bombs on the mainstream circuit. you suffer. Work that out. You can. Don't worry about it. You'll come back. You'll just work it out. On the mainstream circuit, they're very polite. Just okay. You just go back and work on it and come back. But on the black circuit, on the urban circuit, and I came up in a time when hip hop hooray, oh,
Right.
man, listen, bro, you didn't want to bomb with that while that song was out, goddamn it, because you will get the hip hop parade on your ass.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, sir.
The boo that turned me around. That's a great way to title this story. The boo that turned everything around. Now, before this boo, I was iffy on the urban circuit. I might do good. I'll get that. Get out of here, light skin. Get out of here, pretty boy. Get out of here, da. And motherfuckers would test me, but then I may scrape through because I got this joke off, or I scrape by, and I just, it was like a hit or miss.
Right.
And then this night, we was at Manhattan proper.
Sure.
217th Street, Linden Boulevard, Queens, New York.
Yes, sir.
Talent was hosting. Biz Markie had just gotten on In Living Color.
Okay.
Biz Markie was on Living Color. The house was packed. Ed Lover was in the house, and this is when Ed Lover and Dr. Dre was on Hot 97, and they ran that morning call show.
Yes.
And the people was piled up in here. Kurt Flirt was in there. I remember a lot of little like celebrities now that was there, like actors and all that stuff. And I'm talking about this place was wall to wall. I drive there with Face Man and Tracy Morgan.
Okay.
We go in the back. You remember how Manhattan Propers was? We was in the back where all the comics hang out.
By the kitchen and the bathroom and stuff.
Yeah, by the back. Yeah. The guy in the window. Remember the guy with the thick ass mustache that sat in that window? He didn't say nothing. He looked like one of the whispers, and he just sat there. You say what's up to him. You go, hey brother, how you doing? And then that was it. Like he didn't say nothing else.
Right.
Come to find out, he was the owner too. Talent on stage. Talent is killing them. These motherfuckers they were dying in this fucking place. You hear me? And then Talent goes, this is back when Talent used to talk like this.
Yeah.
And he go, we bringing up the next comedian. This next comic, he's funny. Give it up for Jameek. And man, I go up there and you can see the crowd. Yo, Shawn, they was like, yeah, give it to me. Give it to me. It was ready for me to just comedy all over them. Take this comedy. But this night,
wasn't going that way.
Shawn, I don't know what happened. The gods wasn't with me, bro.
How long into the set before you found out it was not going to work out?
It had to be early because they didn't give me the light and I had to keep going. And the funny thing, here's the funny thing. When you doing bad, you don't just walk off. You just gonna go, I'm out. You got to keep going a little bit. And shit felt like it was in slow motion, bro. I could see people in the audience's faces just turn from smile to disgust. They was like this, Shawn, like this. And then you just see people just get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. And then I started getting the boo and boos, man. People, you have no idea.
Nah, they don't when all that stuff slows down.
What? And that boo can penetrate and move your skin like this. And I can just feel the people saying boo. And then they finally gave me, and this is something about the black circuit. You don't just get booed, the DJ starts to play.
Right, yes.
And that's when you know this shit is a rap right now. And the DJ showing up, and the people going boo, and I had to walk across the stage, that little stage. And things felt in slow motion, Shawn. I was, my heart, I was crying on the inside. But watch this. I walked past Biz Markie was in the doorway. You know the doorway to go in the back?
Yeah.
I thought Biz Markie was going to stop because he saw me. I thought Biz was going to be like, oh, man, I walked past this motherfucker, Shawn. He was going, bruh. What? I could feel his breath on me going, bruh. Yo, Shawn, I get in the back, right? Tracy Morgan, everybody's in the back. Face Man. I always remember Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan was like, and he started pacing. You know how Tracy go, hey, yo, don't get that shit on me, yo. Don't put that shit on me. Hey, yo, don't touch me with that shit. Yo, get away from me. Get away from me with that shit. The man in the window just was going like this.
He was still didn't say a word.
Yo, he didn't nothing, bro. He was just like, Baseman was like, yeah, you fucked up, man, you fucked up. So I'm looking. So Trace Talent goes back on stage, and once again, he killing them. They start, and I'm looking outside like, y'all didn't laugh at me. Like, what the fuck was wrong with me?
Yeah.
And yo, I couldn't even walk back through. Like, bro, I didn't have the heart to interrupt their good time and remind them of how much of a fuck up I was on stage.
Right.
Sean, I went out the back door, right? Yo, wait. You know, the chicken spot across the street is where the bus stop was.
Yeah.
I went across the street to the bus stop, and, you know, they had dollar vans. So the dollar van pull up. I get in the dollar van, and Sean, I'm crying. And I'm not talking about, like, man tears. I'm talking about... I get in the van, the Jamaican guy go, you all right to travel, man? You all right to travel? I got all the way home. Now, remind you, I lived on St. Lawrence at the time, in the Bronx. I cried from Queens to the Bronx. Yo, Sean, and I'm not talking, I must have looked like a real fucking scoonch on that damn train going.
Hey, I'm only laughing because I've been there. You know what I mean? I've had those, but if it was, as long as you stay in the comedy game, you're going to have one of those, man.
Hey, yo, I went home, and at the time I was living with my mother. I went home. I just went. Yo, Sean, I never forget. I made tea. I was crying with my tea and everything. My mother came out in her little, you know how black mamas is. She had her little house gown on, her little house. She did like this. What's wrong with you, boy? I hear you crying all goddamn. Mommy, they booed me in the show, man. They booed me, and I'm thinking my mother was gonna give me some nurturing mother words. You know what she said? That's good for your ass. She said they laughing at you, not laughing with you. You need to take your ass, and because at the time I think my mother was like, you need to get your ass a job, boy. Go get yourself a goddamn job. Go to UPS. All this comedy stuff. Man, listen, man, that hurt for weeks.
But here you are 30-something years later, and again, you have those ups and downs in the game. You stick with it. They make you, if they don't kill you, they make you stronger. That almost took you out.
No, it did. It did.
But then you had, again, here come your ups. You Def Jam, Showtime at the Apollo, those kind of things. How did it feel to be on television back then? You know, at that time, man, coming from where we came from.
Hamburger had to put it in perspective for me. Hamburger,
another legend.
I was doing shows all around, and I didn't realize the mark I was making, because once again, I don't look out. To me, it was just like this isn't what I wanted to do anyway. So I was just running. I was, running along with the punches.
Right.
I was getting TV shows, and they would like me because I spoke proper or spoke clear, good diction, and then I looked great on television. So a lot of the TV shows that I got early in wasn't because I was hilarious, it's because I looked good on television. Young guy. You remember I used to have the little fashion with me, the dancing jacket or some kind of leather, or and they used to keep constantly bringing me on TV shows. So one weekend, Saturday night at 11 o'clock, I was Friday night at 12 midnight, I was on Def Jam. Saturday night at 11 o'clock, I was on the Uptown Comedy Club. And then at 12 midnight, I was on the Apollo Comedy Hour. So one weekend, I was on all three shows.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Now, how was that for you?
Now, once again, I'm not really paying attention, but I'm noticing that people are running to me in the street and all that kind of stuff. And this is when Hamburger said, to them, you're a celebrity. You've been on TV. I remember JB Smooth calling me up one night. He calling me up that night or that weekend. He's going, this must be Jameek weekend because you on all the shows. You know what I'm saying? So I never really paid attention. It was always other people that brought it to my attention.
Right.
I heard one of the young comedians say, Leonard Oots?
Yes. Yeah.
Leonard Oots said to somebody, yo, when JP tells you his stories or when JP talks to you, he going to downplay himself and not really put himself where he belongs in this industry. And that's a great compliment. Yo, Shawn, you know me, man. I just want to be with my family, hug my kids, who's now getting too old for me to be hugging like that. And,
Never, man, never.
No, they are. They trust me. How's your baby?
And you got ladies. My baby's 10.
Yeah, my babies is like, get off of me, old man.
That comes with the territory, though.
Yo, bro, I call my 29-year-old daughter. She be like this. Oh, what? I'm like, I love you. All right, daddy.
Yeah, well, you know, I have my oldest who's a step, but she's not. I don't call him step. She's 24 now with a 2-year-old. I got a granddaughter, so I kind of get that from her. I call her, and it's like, yeah, until it's the need.
What?
Yeah.
What?
And you have 4 ladies.
4 daughters. Yeah.
4 ladies. No testosterone.
None. No sons.
That must be those must be magical moments.
Let me tell you, man. A wife, 4 daughters. My wife has 3 sons, so I consider them my sons.
Yeah.
But having 4 daughters and a wife, man.
Wait. We're gonna jump into that in the second half because that's all about the topics in the second half. The love, the romance, the relationship. But yeah, I'm sure you got a lot to speak on. So let me jump really quickly back into the whole career thing, man, because to be able to say you're still relevant now.
Mm-hmm.
After doing it all those years, and you've traveled the world, you've done great things.
Thank you, bro.
You look back and you look at your resume, you go, wow, I did do a few good things. And you are considered a legend, OG in the game.
Am I really?
Respect. Well, again, it depends on how people, because like with certain words, it's subjective. So legendary, doing things, you've done some things, you were first to do certain things. But
I'm sharing your thing with everybody.
Yeah, I want to let everybody know to share. Please, I remind you as you're watching, we got some folks over on Facebook. Good evening, Wakila. Hello, Bridget. What's up, MC Skeeter? Katie, what's going on, D Row?
MC Skeeter.
MC Skeeter D is watching.
Okay, hold on. Hey, MC Skeeter D. Bruh, that is I haven't heard Skeeter in a minute, bro.
It's in the name, in capital.
How do you spell Skeeter?
Skeeter.
Okay, Skeeter.
Skeeter D. They're like that old school Skeeter.
Yeah.
You see, Skeeter, you owe me $25.
Tell Skeeter I said, come on downstairs, please.
All that stuff. So, man, tell me what it is that obviously, we get older, you still, what motivates you now to keep doing what you do? I know you're reinventing yourself with the social media stuff like we all have to do now.
Mm-hmm. But you remember, I've been on this for a minute.
Yeah.
This internet thing isn't new to me when the pandemic dropped, because I was, I had a very successful internet show called Instigated Talk, which I'm bringing back now. Mm-hmm. But I was seeing 30,000 people a week on my show.
Right.
So what was the question you was at?
What keeps you motivated, man, as far as the comedy? Because we know it's changed so much now, especially this year. Getting ready to try to get back into it.
Shawn, this is an exclusive, brother. This is an exclusive on the show. I've already talked to people, but I've never said this out loud in the public.
Say it out loud, brother.
I checked out. I am tired of having to want acceptance from the people and from the industry.
Mm-hmm.
I am sick of living my life for someone else to tell me that I'm good, or I'm good enough for somebody else's show. Not that I'm good, but that I'm good enough for somebody else's show, or that I'm good enough for someone's TV show. So years ago, maybe 6, 7, 8, maybe close to 10 years ago, I checked out. I don't like comedy. The actual stand-up of this, like, it's very annoying because it is competitive. It's very annoying because I am put up against people that I got to go on an audition, and I got to audition against 4 of my friends. And even though we shaking hands and clapping hands inside the waiting room, we all hoping that we get it, because when there's winners, there's got to be losers.
Right.
So I just never liked that feeling. So years ago I checked out. But now it's a blessing. It's a great thing with checking out. When you check out, you take back your own confidence. I took my own confidence back. I don't care if I don't get on this show. I'm going to do it because I want to do it.
Right.
And that's the beauty of me in my later years. And then when the pandemic hit and society or how we live in told me that I can't do it no more. You can't go out at the clubs, the clubs is closed. You can't do this, you can't do that. Now I'm sitting here like, how dare you tell me I can't? Now I'm going to do it. So now I have a new burning passion to do stand-up.
Well, that's what I was going to say, man, because we both, let's bring the Poconos in really quickly. We both, 11 years I did the Poconos, and then,
And you brought me in there. Thank you.
Oh, no problem, brother. Look at dealing with the politics, and that really turns you off dealing with everything. So I've been there too. And I know you did expand on it at the end, because I was saying you still do it, but you said you do it because you want to do it, not because you have to do it.
Well,
and that because going
tell
and
you
doing
tell you the truth, man. What else is going to pay us the way we get paid for the type of time we do?
Right.
The Poconos pay me great money to go sit out there all weekend long and chill, and then go up and do 45 minutes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I get great money for going around the country, and now, well, not just country, going around the world for doing the maximum of an hour. You know what I'm saying?
It's like getting paid to go on vacation.
And it's a beautiful thing. So I've been just going through the motions of comedy.
Right.
And just, whatever happens, happens. But now, as of this pandemic, I got something to say. So mentally, I'm trying to reinvent myself so that this way I don't want to be these young comics telling my jokes the way these young comics are. I want to go up there and be that OG and embrace my time in the game and not have to worry about being compared to anyone. All of us peers, all my peers now, we are all in the same situation. So we should all be feeling like similar. But I'm going to start exuding how I feel on stage and letting people know this is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, check this out. We got like 2 minutes before we have to take a quick break, and we switch into the next segment. Tell me and everybody else, because I've heard so many things that you said, they've been very inspirational still, motivational, positive. And even there's comments on here saying, D says he's such a humble and hilarious guy.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
She was talking about you. I don't think she was talking about me, because I don't ever get props like that. Not from my fans, my people, my supporters. But tell me, man, and tell us, what is comedy? What has it done for you? What has it taught you? In like 2 minutes, what has it taught you since you said you've checked out?
Comedy has taught me, honestly, comedy is, you mean in life?
In life.
Comedy hasn't.
If you can sum up everything that you've been through dealing with comedy, what has it taught you?
Comedy, oh man,
See, this is the other side of Shawn Cornelius that you're getting right now.
No, I'm trying to think. What has comedy taught me? Like, I take people at face value. I don't believe, this industry has taught me to not believe the surface. People speak so loudly, I can't see what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I eliminate the face value stuff and see a person's actions. So comedy has taught me that. Comedy has taught me persistence, I guess. I don't know. Comedy ain't really teaching me nothing, bro.
It's what it is for you, man. So it's
comedy ain't like, honestly, I become a better wordsmith and I understand words better. I comprehend a little bit better because I'm always dissecting everything that comes across my table.
Right.
But comedy hasn't really taught me anything, man. The industry, and that's the industry on a whole, has taught me a lot. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of, you see not Tracy Morgan, you see Dave Chappelle these days and how he's starting to speak out.
Yes.
I've been saying that for years.
I think he's never been the one not to speak out. I just think, again,
no, he's
not
lashing.
like on this level, right? Now, there's the term. That could be a good term. Lashing now. But he's always been an honest comic performance. But now it's getting to that point.
Oh, he's telling the truth, and he's calling people out, and he's calling things out, and he's calling situations out. But you know me, Shawn, I have always been like that.
Right.
I've always been like that. So
but okay, so before we do the break, so I know you've always been that way, but as you've gotten older now, do you see yourself a little bit different as in putting that out there and expressing that as you did before?
All right. I am not as physical as I used to be. I've I've had doubts.
Yes, yes, yeah. I've been involved in,
Right.
in
Yeah.
one or two of them.
I used to be and I say used to be. I used to. She said humble. Listen to this before you hold on to that humble.
Right.
Yeah, Shawn, you know, I was that dude that would smack, punch, throw something, break some shit up. You did what? I guess that's the name justice in me. You do what? What you mean you ain't gonna pay me? What you mean you ain't gonna pay us? What do you mean we can't do? What do you mean you gonna just say no, it ain't going down like that? And but now that I've turned 50, I'm gonna leave a lot of that alone, bro. And I'm just going to be more narrow tunnel visioned to go get what I want to go get.
Sure, and that's growth, and that's the way that should be. And you answered it very well. I didn't expect any specific answer. It's what you feel. So that was fantastic. But listen, we're gonna take a short break really quickly, man, and come back with more of JP Justice on After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. So Facebook, stay where you at. JP, stay where you at. Eat one of those cookies or something that's in that green room for a hot second.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go in the green
And
room.
we'll come right back with more After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. All right, y'all. All right, welcome back. My man JP is still in the green room over there. So when he comes, we're gonna bring him back on. We're gonna get into my favorite segment of the show, where we now turn it into all about love and romance and relationships. And we're gonna get a little. We're gonna find out. Yeah, you ladies.
Okay,
no.
my bad.
Well,
okay, my bad.
Yeah, we go. I do have control to mute the camera. So if that's what you need, brother, just let me know. JP, you know I wrote a book called Expressions of Love and Romance.
Yes, sir.
I'm a romantic at heart. I enjoy romance. I love the energy, the feeling in my own. Every guest that comes on, this is the second half of the show, try to find out their opinions, how they feel, and give maybe some information. And I got to tell you, the ladies always listen very intently and closely on this segment.
Okay.
So
Wait, is any holds bar with my language?
No, you can kind of be adult, but kind of keep it. Remember, I'm trying to do this for TV, so we can keep it a little bit tight. But no, express yourself. All right, here we go.
I'm glad those bitches. I'm sorry. Did I set it out?
No, don't do that one because then I will get the lash. I will get the lashing from.
I'm only joking, ladies. I'm only joking.
Please say that. Yeah,
I know there was a lady like this.
Yeah, there's gonna be a couple.
I'm only joking. I'm only joking,
right,
ladies.
here we go. First question that I always ask off the top, every guest. What is love to JP Justice, and how important is it to you in your life right now?
Good question. What is love to me? I had to redefine what love is to me, being in this long-term relationship with my wife, the woman that I'm in a marriage with now, because how I thought about love and how love is given to me is two totally different things, but it all ends up in the same place.
Right.
I heard Will Smith say this, and this made so much sense only because I've been in a relationship for so long. Will Smith said, I wanted her to love me the way I wanted to be loved. I didn't accept the love that she was giving. And I was like, so I'm sort of like negating everything that she thinks love is, and I want her to love me the way I want to be loved. Well, what about how she wants to give love? That's just as valid as how I want to receive love. So I have to learn how to accept the love that she gives, and it all ends up in the same place. So what love means to me today is balance.
Okay.
Balance.
All right. So obviously you're saying it's very important, especially being married and with your children and in basics period. Yeah, I was getting ready to say when you made that point about it's the love languages, and we have to be willing to sit down and understand other people's love language. Like you said, you wanted her to love you for the way and you wasn't ready to accept her. But everybody has a different expression. That's why I asked that question, because it's very important. So we got to be able to be ready to compromise on each other, how each other represents and shows their affection. Good deal.
Sir.
Give me 3 top things that attracts JP Justice to a woman. Now, again, this could be the stuff that to your wife, but what attracts you to a woman?
Physical or
any whatever your top 3 things attracts you to a female.
You okay? My wife, because you ain't gonna
Yeah,
get me. Yeah, you ain't gonna get me moving out. I can hear the odd couple music now. Pling, pling, pling. No, you
even
ain't
your
doing that.
suitcase. No,
Yeah.
no.
JP
That's your
Justice
wife,
lives
yes.
a good home. No. My wife, I love, what attracts me to my wife is she's mysterious, even after 20 some odd years. And I like to figure puzzles out. I like to figure things out. But my wife is mysterious. She has beautiful eyes. If anybody seen my wife's eyes are beautiful. And she's mysterious to me, and that keeps me intrigued. I also like the fact that I'll slip on a couple of things, Shawn, and certain things that get past me, and what filters past me, my wife catches, and that to me is attractive. Like, yo, I didn't see it. She'd be like, baby, I got you. Boom. So that's attractive. And then also, I like the way my wife. I've had soft hands, before.
Okay.
My wife's hands feel smooth and like my wife's body just feels smooth and
See how you change that? See that feels good to you because you was talking
yeah,
that is smooth hands.
smooth hands. My
Okay.
wife's hands are smooth and not really like sweaty soft, but gentle. And yeah.
Okay. Well, see, that's why I tried to keep it general because now I'm going to go into the other side. I'm going to go into the other side. What are 3 things that turn you off? See, that's why I said about women, but now you have to say about your wife. What are your 3 turnoffs?
No, I have to keep it with my wife. Come on,
Yeah,
keep it
what's
gangster.
yeah.
Yeah. What I don't like about my wife is, as stubborn as I am, is how bullheaded she is. As stubborn as I am, she's just as hard-headed. And that's like 2 fucking bulls or 2 rams clashing into each other. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I will say this: we've been together over 20 years. We can count our arguments on our hand. It's very rare that we get into arguments, but when we do get into arguments, it's like, do any of you motherfuckers care about each other? Like what's going on here? And we honestly have to really decompress and come back. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I hate about her. I also hate my wife likes solitude, and she likes to be with her family.
Okay.
But her solitude to me is isolation from the world. And sometimes I have to break myself away from her solitude and get back into the world.
Okay.
Because she doesn't understand that I have to be in the world. Even if I wasn't into comedy, I'm just a worldly person. I just need to be out in the world. You know what I'm saying? And her solitude sometimes is my isolation.
Pulls you away from that.
Yeah,
All
pulls me
right.
away.
Okay.
And the
So
third
third
thing,
one. Mm-hmm.
she's too practical for me. My wife is practical. Like she's gotten me birthday and Christmas gifts, and it's so practical. I'll be like, motherfucker, did you think about me?
Thank you for these socks, baby. This tie.
I bought you the newspaper. Well, yeah. That's my wife.
Okay. Let me go to some of the comments over here. Nancy says, "Oh my God, did he just say the B word?" And she has a sad face and then a laughing smiley face.
Yeah, I was only joking.
And D says he cleaned it up quickly. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Lanyata says, and sometimes a person can see something in you that can make them adjust how they give you that love. I tell you, see, they like to start commenting when I get to these things.
Mm-hmm.
It's just your wife disarms you, but it's also that friendly, sincere voice you may need to hear sometimes. Balance, question mark.
Mm-hmm.
Lanyata
Mm-hmm.
sometimes becomes my co-host psychiatrist.
Well, no, let me tell you what my wife.
Some things in here which are
let
right.
me tell you what my wife does, and I only allow my wife to be like this. I do break down in front of her. I break down in front of her so that this way she knows the man that I am. So that, Shawn, out in the street, there's really not much you can say and or do to me. And if I really feel infringed on, I clean situations up real quick.
Correct.
She bypasses all of that, and she knows how to not only unarm me, as she says, she knows how to build me back up.
Yeah.
And that's dope. One of the first things that my wife, in fact, here go another exclusive. I never said this before.
Mm-hmm.
The line that made me say that this was my wife. People go, how did you know? I'm gonna tell you one of the points right now. We had been dating for about a year or so, maybe a little bit longer. And then she had came to me and said, I'm pregnant. And I was like, whoa. I sat her down and I explained to her my whole life. This is what I do. This is what I am. This is what I make. This is blah, blah, blah. And she said, this is it right here. Don't worry. We're a family and we'll always make it happen. And we'll always be together. Not we'll always be together. Something like we're family. It will always make it work. Blah, blah, blah. But that alone, I was like, this is her. Because you know, Shawn, I was a player, baby. Come on, player from the Himalayas. Come on, goddamn it. I was there, Shawn. I was there. You know? Hold on. Let's look at
I'll let you speak your truth.
Hold on, let me look at my jersey in the rafters. Hold
on. Your retired player jersey up there, right?
Yeah, my retired jersey, you know.
So good, man. No, that's beautiful, man. And about the breaking down thing, let me tell you something. Again, now we know as we get older, that's a strength, man. It's not a weakness. I wrote a poem in the book called Cry. There's nothing wrong. I grew up in a household with 5 women, and my mother was strong. And I had several talks with her, you know, and I never thought of it as a sign of weakness.
Yeah, he was
never.
Ghetto.
My stepdad,
pretty gay.
My stepdad was happy. Okay, yeah, happy if you want to equal it down. Thank you for letting them know that. Yeah, I was happy, but it's all wonderful. All right, let's tackle romance.
Can we get back to this though? You cry?
Mr. Romance. Listen, I gotta flip it because this is my show. And you're not gonna flip it around on me, brother.
Sorry, my bad. Sorry.
And I'm a very humble dude. You know me.
Yeah,
that almost sounded cocky, but no,
No, I hear you, bro. I feel you.
That was coming from my producer online. He's like, no, make sure get back to the topic.
I just want to say this. I didn't cry. I teared. That's what I did.
But you said you broke down. Now you're trying
damn it, you heard that?
Man, this is what I do. Now you're trying to moonwalk, Michael Jackson. Come on. On a scale of 1 to 10,
okay.
What is JP Justice's romance level?
My romance capability or possibility or what I am now.
However you want to fix the question to suit your answer, brother.
No, I got to because my wife isn't really romantic.
No, you, not her. You.
So I really, yo, bro, let me tell you something, man. Do you know what it's like being romantic to this? So how do you step your game up though? You don't step your game up. You don't step your game up. My wife isn't that woman. Like she's not. One thing I appreciate about her is that she's not that girly girl. Like she hates pink and she hates soft colors like that. Yo, my wife is stone cold, bro. So actions speak more than romantic. Like I remember she told me years ago, I don't like flowers. Don't be sending me flowers. Flowers die. I was like, wow, god damn. You saved me a lot of fucking money.
Right, but with a woman like that, you have to become creative because there is something, right? There's nothing in her that you did that was made her just go, "Ooh, wow, okay."
You want me to be honest here? And I wish I wish she was the type to come and speak. I made her fish, eggs, and grits.
Okay.
Yeah. She's like I said, my wife is practical. Like it's something small like that. You know what I'm saying? I went and did the shopping.
Okay. Well, I mean, again, that's the love language, man. That's what we're talking about because everybody's on a different level. Everybody's not into the flowers and the cards and the mandolins and the thing, all this stuff, the violin stuff. So that's what I'm saying because you had to adjust yourself because you want to make her happy. You love her, right? And you know, sometimes when women say things, it's the opposite.
No.
Sometimes I said. Sometimes.
Here's one thing about my wife.
Okay.
My wife does not. I've been with her 20 some odd years, and this knucklehead still hasn't said sorry or I apologize. What she does is she shows it in her actions. Like she'll do something, and she sees that she's going too far with me. You know, she'll clam up the way I clam up, but then all of a sudden, you know, everything is done all nice for me, and I'm like this. In my mind, I'd be like, this mother, she knew, goddamn it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how she works.
But you guys are obviously understanding each other 22 years in.
Yeah.
So you know her, she knows you. So there's still a level of yeah, okay, that's the old school. You got that. But there again, everybody's language is different.
Yeah.
All right. So
let me let this be known right now. Everybody out there, I really do love my wife. And this marriage works. You know how people go, you're looking for Mr. Right, you're looking for Mr. Right, you're looking for Mr. Right. No, you're looking for the right one. This one works. And this is what it is.
That's what I'm saying. There's no right one for everybody or one solution. You know, it's what works for you and that person. There's no perfect person. There's no solution. It should work. 'Cause that's where I think people go wrong
Right.
because they're trying to find that perfect person or
You're
that
trying to
soul.
find that. You're trying to find that person that fills all these little quotas.
Exactly.
And what's going to happen is that when they fall short of this list, then all of a sudden you think that this isn't a good one. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
I've been there. That's what I'm saying, man. I listen to women when they talk.
mhm.
Sometimes they don't listen to themselves. No disrespect, ladies, but you got men who listen to you. And then when we listen to you and we try to figure certain things out on a certain level, again, it's sometimes we know everybody's not common
Mhm.
sense wise, but you just fit the person that fits you,
Mhm.
and then you work it out together. All right, so let's jump. Let's jump to this because I got a game we're gonna play before we end the show out in a little while.
Okay.
Um, you said your wife is practical.
Mhm.
Um, are there things like tell us one of the things that you might have done? Um, let's say for that's outside the box. Because now learning this about you and your wife, I didn't know these kind of things.
Mhm.
What's an outside the box thing that you did um, that really, really took it to the next level for you in your 22 years? Because we're talking 22 years ago, and now we're talking now. So you didn't know these things then. So I'm sure you tried things.
Shawn, yeah.
And I'm not trying. I don't want to go deep into the
No,
physical.
no, no. Listen, bro. I like I said, once I agreed to come on your show, there's no question that I won't answer.
Yeah, so because I'm trying to get the people to know about you.
Here
So
we go. Here we go. My wife is not, yo, bro. Even now, the holidays is coming up. My wife is so practical. I don't know what to get her. So you know what I have to constantly say to her? Put things in my Amazon. What's the name? And I'll just get it for you. Because you'll get her something, and you think that it's a great gift, but to her, it's like what's important to my wife is family, man. All this other physical stuff. Yo, my wife would say some silly shit like, just give me some money to put on to get books for my Kindle. And that means the world to her.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
So I've I've gone as far as buying her shoes, clothes, blah blah blah. And I'm not saying that she isn't appreciative. She's appreciative, but it didn't wow her.
okay. Well,
You know what
let me go here. These ladies on the line are now starting to dive into questions and seeing how you hung up your player jersey. That's from
I'm saying?
me. But this question goes right along with it. Denise says, "What advice would you give to your daughters about men?"
Um, Now, see, when you ask me a question like that, I don't want you to think. I want you to be very clear. I am not biased to my thoughts because it's my daughter. People like to throw that in my face all the time. Would you let your daughter do blah blah blah? Yes, I would. Would you let your daughter be a porno star? If she was a porno star, that's what she does. Would you let your daughter? Yeah, come on. Who am I? I'm no different from any other father whose daughter did it. So what advice would I give my daughters as far as men?
Yeah,
I tell my kids this all the time. Get your life together. And then the person that's supposed to be with you will be with you. Don't try to force it. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to force it. Um, Understand that, you know, the person that you're going to be with is going to be with you through thick and thin. You understand me? And you can't stop your life because you're trying to fit this person in.
right.
So do what you got to do.
All right, Denise. I hope that was the answer. Good answer. So let's jump into this real quick, Jay. Let's play a game real quickly. Game I usually play at the end of the night with my guests called Favorite Sevens. I'm just
Favorite
gonna
seven?
Yeah, favorite seven. So I'm gonna call out some things and you just tell me what your favorite is. You can go into detail if you want. All right. All
Okay,
right.
so wait. So favorite seven. So you're gonna call out something, and I'm gonna tell you what?
You're gonna tell me your answer. You're gonna tell me your favorite,
Okay,
basically. All right. Favorite food. Number one. Favorite food.
sweet potato pie, banana pudding.
Yeah. So dessert guy. You're a dessert guy. No,
I'm
because again, I see you do a lot of cooking.
right.
So
No, no, I
someone
cook, but
asked how good you were in the kitchen because
come
you
on, I
mentioned
get it
cooking.
in, baby. I get
I,
it in.
I,
Ah, uh, that's one of the reasons why my wife is here. She don't love me. She just love my
the
cooking
fish and
style.
grits.
Yeah, she love my cooking style.
Yeah, I got to tell you, he does. You got to just go check him out on his page. He'll be in the kitchen doing his
Yeah, man.
fried chicken, and all
Yeah,
that
man.
kind of stuff. So good deal. All right, favorite song, all time song.
I like, okay. You know me, I'm a heavy New Edition fan.
Mm-hmm.
God, I like anything that any one of them boys put out, from New Edition to Belle Biv DeVoe, Bobby Brown, Ralph Tresvant, Johnny Gill, any of them dudes. I'm a heavy New Edition fan. But Teddy Riley and that first album, the Guy album,
Mm-hmm.
forever lives strong in my heart.
The entire album. So you don't
The
have like a
entire
favorite.
album.
So
That
that
album, I'm a Teddy Riley fanatic, and that whole album it just changed the sound of music to me, and it will forever embed in my mind. You pick any song off that album, and it's my song.
Sweet, sweet. All right, favorite movie all time.
I laugh continuously at Dumb and Dumber.
Okay, Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
Sweet.
I mean, even when I watch it over and over, I just can't believe that these guys are that goddamn silly.
Okay. Favorite time of the day for lovemaking.
Damn, at 50, whenever this penis get up, goddamn it, because it's got to be a boardroom meeting, and we both got to agree.
Whatever works.
The heart and the penis, maybe. Well, not today. Okay, well, what time? 4:30. Okay, I'll be around at 4:30, and
that works.
Yeah.
That works, brother. All right, being a comedian, and we always get this question, so I'm going to ask it. Your favorite comedian all time?
Dave Chappelle.
All
right off. Yo, let me tell you, he quickly catapulted to my number one.
Was
and
this
just
recently or
no? He's always been in top three.
Okay.
Top three, but recently he catapulted to number one, and I guess because I'm living the time that he's here, like I'm watching a living legend, and number one for me.
All right. So since you mentioned, and I'll just kind of skate a little bit. What are you?
Richard Pryor is not one of them.
Okay. Who were you? They probably thought that as well.
Yeah.
Who were your other two that were in your top three?
Tommy Davidson, Bill Cosby.
Okay.
It really fluctuates, but Richard Pryor probably would be in my top 10, not my top 5, but probably in my top, not even probably, he's in my top 10, but not my top 5. I'm not a Richard Pryor fan.
Okay. All right. And listen, man, that's what it is. If you have one, your favorite celebrity crush?
Ooh, right now?
Right now.
They don't look at us the same. So my crush now, they probably look at me like, ew, get the fuck out of here, you old mother ucker. Oh man, Doja Cat.
Ooh.
Doja Cat, come on.
Doja Cat.
Doja Cat.
Not familiar.
Ugh.
I gotta do some Googling.
Man, take a moment out real quick, and I'll wait and go look at the picture real quick.
Doja Cat.
Doja Cat.
Yeah, we got time. I'm gonna do that right now while I'm.
Go ahead and do it. I'll tell you. Let me tell you about my crush. Go ahead and look at her.
Yeah, you go ahead and talk.
Doja Cat is. Ooh, let me tell you, man. Some Doja Cat. I don't know what her ethnicity is, but I know her little almond eyes and her little. Every time I see her, I go, God damn, man, where was she at when I was coming up? When I was that young barrel dude that.
Spell it again.
Doja Cat.
Cat.
Yeah, man. Come on. Ladies and gentlemen, look at his eyes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Now put image in. Put the image in so you don't see. Yeah, buddy. Come on now. Come on.
Hold on. I can do this. This is technology.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna do this real quick and share this.
Oh, you gonna share the picture?
Yeah, so the people can see what's happening.
Come on, man. Why don't you have this?
This is who we speaking about? Okay.
Come on. It? No, I don't see nothing.
You don't see it? They can see it. It's on there. I don't know why you can't see it.
Hold on. Probably different.
Yeah, I got it. I'm screen sharing it. Yeah.
Come on, man. She's gonna be cockeyed when she get older. You can see one of them eyes is loose, but
All right. Okay. All right. No, I wasn't familiar with her.
Yeah, man. What? Look at her videos. You're gonna be like this. What?
All right. I think I'll have to do that. All right. Doja Cat. No problem. All right. Here we go. The final one. Give you a little bonus. Favorite Black all-time TV show?
Jeffersons.
What up, Garfield? Art Garfield is in on the
Jeffersons. The Jeffersons.
The Jeffersons is your all-time. Cool. Mm-hmm. Cool. Well, listen, JP Justice, man, you are released from After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. Do me one favor.
Yes, sir.
Let the people know where they can find you on your social media platforms. And then please give a final word. Anything you want to say to close out.
You didn't tell me my hat bill was crooked, man.
I wasn't focused on it, brother.
Come
I
on,
was,
man. I'm sitting here looking like a fool.
You're 50 years old, brother.
Yeah. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you can find me on all social media, not just all social media. Let me tell you what I do, Shawn. And Shawn will tell you because I always call him up. I join any new app that people talk about. I quickly go and join it, and I put up the same name just in case it becomes popular. I'll have the same name. Anywhere across the board, all you have to look for is JP Justice Laughs. And I spell laughs the right way, Laugh. JP Justice Laughs on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, anything. I'm on the dating sites, JP Justice, OnlyFans. I'm on everything, and I make sure I put my name just in case it becomes something. I'm there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm there. So you can find me there. But then also I do want to say this. Every Tuesday night, 9 p.m., you can go on unscripted.tv. I host an internet show called Unfriended. And Unfriended is where we deal with social media conflict and give it real life solutions. So the show is called Unfriended. And every Tuesday night at 9 p.m., you can go to unscripted.tv. Please come check it out. Come support. Numbers mean a lot in this new hybrid of entertainment. And I need you guys to go and support me.
All right, man. Any final word of advice for, take a minute. Any final word of advice for the people out there watching?
Always what I say, persistence equals success. Persistence. You know, I want to say this. You notice nowadays our celebrities from yesteryear, our celebrities that have been celebrities for, in the past, are now all of a sudden giving these tell-all interviews and tell-all, you know what I'm saying? Like they're decompressing from the BS that they put out in the industry.
Right.
So
right.
Don't worry about how you get there, people. Persistence. Get there. Get there.
Hey, JP, man, I want to say to you honestly, man, you know how we do, brother.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for coming on the platform.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Yeah, and entertaining the people. The people are saying, yes, outstanding interview. Our producer says, great show. Best of luck in your future endeavors, JP. Awesome. Wayne says, awesome interview. Lisa says, great interview. I want you guys to know that we will definitely be back here tomorrow night. It starts Ladies Week. It's the estrogen time. So every guest this week is going to be a female, starting off with the very talented, multi-talented Stax Cordero and going through the week. So JP, we're going to talk, man. Thank you again so much. I might have to try those fish and grits. I promise you, I won't fall in love like your wife or continue. But the fish and
also,
hold on.
Yeah,
go ahead, man.
You heard that? You heard that sound effect? You did. Ladies and gentlemen, please go get my book.
My bad.
Go get my book. It's called Set, Breaking Down the Elements of Urban Stand-Up Comedy. It's on all your reading media platforms, Kindle, wherever you get a ebook, you can go get it. It's called Set, Breaking Down the Elements of Urban Stand-Up Comedy. It's your boy, JP Justice. Thank you all for having me. Thank you for having me, Shawn.
You got it, man. So listen, folks, as I always say, please go with God in your heart. Have a peace of mind and have a wonderful, wonderful tomorrow. Continue to play it safe, y'all. We know something's going on. If you don't believe in COVID, you know something is happening. Continue to keep yourself safe. If you're not going to keep yourself safe, keep me safe. Put your mask on just in case I got to walk past you. So I got to get ready and get up out of here, man. And from Lula Mae and Cornelius's baby boy, I'm the romantic funny man, Shawn Cornelius, saying God bless you. Good night. Catch you around the corner. Peace out, JP. Peace out, Facebook.